What's up everyone, and welcome back to The Witcher 3. So Big Game Hunter is done, as is another Vintner's contract. So I'm just heading towards the vineyard which I spotted in the last episode, and we'll see if anything is there. Can't see anything as of yet. It looks abandoned from here. All the crops seem to have overgrown and withered. Oh shit. Straight into the thick of it today. Right, wraiths. Let's chuck our Spectre oil on. Could really do a resting up at some point. Our chest is quite badly damaged. I'll need to get that repaired at some point. Our decoctions are still active, so we should be okay.
What? Lost your nerve?
More than one? Yeah, there's another one on the minimap. Whoa! I was going to say, it didn't join the party until too late. Is that it? Doesn't seem like it. Place has been completely destroyed. The wraiths can't have just done this. Whoa, what the fuck? Shit, it's a spriggan! Yeah, I was not expecting that. Right, don't think we actually have a bestiary entry for a spriggan yet. Oh, we do. We just haven't read it. Okay, I'll have to read that afterwards. Dimeritium Relict. Stuck in here. I can just fight it here, right, in the open. Well, that hurt him. Whoa, okay, I didn't expect that attack, I didn't know you did that. Okay, that interrupted him that time. Oh, at least I thought it did. Missed, fuck. That would have ended it there and then. The vineyard is now prosperous again. Yeah, it's safe to say I was not expecting to find wraiths and a spriggan here. You can tell that they're more advanced than your standard Leshen. Just gonna pop outside the gate and loot up the 2 wraiths, hoping that I still can. Yeah. Come on, give me some decent dust. Shit. What the hell's he doing? Spectre dust. Nearly leveled up again, actually. I know I've got another point. We just need to try and get to Euphoria.
What's your stones?
You better not be talking to me. I just cleared this place out for you. Well, plenty of grapes. Just be careful with the amount of loot that I'm taking. I'm close to being not far from being overburdened. My God, how many grapes can I... With all these grapes here?
Of course, I can tell them, but who am I to judge?
Oh, there's something on this body. Charlotte's diary. Okay. Meticulously kept journal. The last dozen or so pages are written in a nervous hand on tear-wrapped paper. I'm slowly losing hope the truth will ever get through to Francois, that he will ever truly disappear from my life. All my desperate pleas fall on deaf ears. For all my entreaties, my begging him to leave me be, to leave us alone. I was foolish and naive to believe he might drop out of sight after he saw Albert and me together. I agreed to meet him for one last conversation. I wanted to explain to him in no uncertain terms I cannot marry him and for him to let me go. But I got drunk and his eyes, there was this touching sadness in them. He brought me a purse of jewels as an offering. I poured them onto the ground and covered them with dirt, saying I will marry him when they sprout into vines. Francois, he didn't understand, but at least he agreed to leave me alone for the rest of the day. Through the window I see a storm is brewing and rain will soon begin to pour. Dogs howl to the moon and cats have begun their nighttime serenades. This will be a difficult night and I feel a strange unease. Could it be this is not the end of the story? Seems not.
May a bolt of bleating lightning blast those bums at Coronata.
Oh man. Slogging off Coronata Vineyards. We helped liberate that place.
Of course, I can tell they remember.
Has actually anything appeared in here to clear it out?
You'll frighten me, kiddies.
Oh, will I? I think they'd be a little bit more frightened by the Spriggan and Race that were here.
Greetings.
Supervisor didn't even say thanks. Is this all I get? Is this all I get for clearing out this place? I really need to go and read off this notice board. I think that's why a few of these... See, I've got nothing for here either.
You came, you saw, you helped. Thank you, Witcher.
Oh, you heard me then. No problem. Don't mind helping those who are grateful for it. There's plenty of loot in these vineyards. It's always a good thing when you clear one out. Silver candlestick, although doesn't seem to be... God, food galore. Doesn't really seem to be anything of note. It's just bits of junk, really. I mean, there was a two-sand sword which I picked up, which is also quite nicely, but I mean, aside from that, nothing. Whole lot of nothing. Let's go rest up for an hour. Poison and decoction charges back. And we'll go and see what this castle, ruin, whatever it... Oh, something lootable. We'll go and see what this castle or ruin is further along up the road. Pork, very nice. Tell you what, my grape stock is going to be... It's pushing to be higher than my water stock at the moment.
You've spread some nastiness to me.
I think you've done that to yourself, friend. Right, no, hop over here, take the quick way out. Quit your complaining, Geralt. There's some ruins up ahead, I think. I'll show you what I mean now, so don't worry, my water stock ain't going anywhere. So I do have 100 grapes if I wanted to swap that out. But if we look closely, bread, I know that there's water there. There it is. I ain't ever letting that stock go down. It's become a trait of this entire playthrough, having that water stock replenished at all times. Fort Astra Ruins. Again, this looks deserted too. Maybe this is a place where I get some of the mastercrafted diagrams from. Can't hear anything. Sound over there, but it was probably wolves. Ooh, nice. Couple of whetstones. Need to repair my chest, must remember that. This looks like the sort of place where Witcher gear will be hidden. Could be wrong. I'm going to really need to sell a lot of this stuff shortly. Starting to push it. What we got here? Whoa. I'm surprised I didn't go overburden looting that then, because that'll be heavy armour. Still 22 off. Door will not open. Anything I can see? Do you hear that? I'm sure I heard a sound of what could have been a portal then. God, it's a lot of junk. Come on now, give me something decent. Notice there doesn't seem to be anything here. In fairness, this place has given me some quite decent stuff, and I'm complaining, but... It's got some mandrake. Well, let's head out the other exit. Now, is there not anything around here? Nothing under this destroyed bridge. Don't think I missed anything obvious, to be honest with you. Can't see a thing on this map. Hang on. I wonder. There's no sign of any settlements or housing of any kind of sort in this direction. Just get to the fork in the road and just peep over the side. That's a panther. I think I'll leave that be. Yeah, I'm going to go on ahead to see what this house is on the other side of these ruins, and then we might head to... I know we've got a quest, but I might head to go and read off the notice board first. I'll see. See how I'm feeling. Thankfully my waypoint ain't too far. You can see the house from here. I can't believe I missed that. It's very well hidden in the trees and greenery. Very well hidden. Look, I'm coming from this direction. Can't see a thing. Oh, it's hidden treasure. Doesn't sound like anything's guarding it though. Oh. Oh god. Times. I started off that fight with a really poorly timed Yerden, but recovered. Recovered quite well, actually. Yes, we seem to have stumbled across a hanging. Now whether this is a murder We'll soon find out, I guess. Looks like his body is lootable. That sounds like a bear to me. Whoa. Lots of wine. Okay, let's inspect the scene of the crime. Journal of a desperate man. Most of the pages are filled with professions of love made to a woman named Charlotte. Entries are chaotic and undated. That's the woman whose journal we found at that vineyard. Does that mean this guy is Francois? Charlotte Cutterin is the love of my life. When she is not near me, I burn with longing. I suffocate with loneliness. I suffer the worst possible torment. How can I make her understand that I, not Albert, am her destiny? Illegible fragments. I have found a solution, the witch from Lynx Crag. She will help me end my heart's agony. I shall now have to tighten my belt several notches, but I have purchased a magic elixir from the witch. She said if I convince my beloved to drink it, I will be able to forget my problems forever. I sold the rest of my possessions and purchased jewels to give Charlotte when I propose. Gods, soon now she shall be mine. As the witch instructed, I mixed the elixir with wine. I prepared a small picnic near the chapel at Cutterin Manor. My beloved agreed to meet me and talk to me, but though she drank my enchanted est, she still refused my proposal. She also spouted some nonsense about only becoming my wife when the jewels I gave her grow into grapevines. She fell into a strange, hysterical mood and buried my present with her bare hands by their family chapel. Perhaps I need to wait before the elixir takes effect. God's curses upon that cruel witch. She cheated me. She betrayed illegible fragments. The next day I went to Cutterin Manor to see Charlotte, but instead a woodland monstrosity had taken over the entire property. So that is the end to my heart's suffering the foul enchantress spoke of. The elixir brought about the death of my beloved, but death shall not separate us. I am ready to die, to live with her for all eternity. I shall hang for my sins, for love for Charlotte. Indeed, this is Francois. It's an end because of the actions he brought upon himself, and he couldn't live with what he did. The witch. Interesting. Yeah, that is better. I can just see it poking through the trees. I don't think there's any way of getting in this home. This is open. Which it is not. We have found ourselves a quest. Suffering of young Francois. You can say that again. So this is going to take us back to the manor, or is it... Why is it taking us? Yes. Plenty of goats out to get far away from here. That bear isn't too far away, and panthers are to the south. What's that? Boar. Oh no, it's not wild dogs. I actually think that's wild dogs. It is, level 40. Let me come close. I think that's the first time I've come across wild dogs in Tucson. Just piqued my interest to make sure it was. I might have come across them before, but I don't remember doing so. Oh, I wonder, we might actually level up if we complete this treasure hunt. Just going to take a few swigs of water to get my health topped up. I'd rather not use it to swallow if I don't have to. Boy, get out of here. Boy. That's man.
I work from dawn to dusk's last light. Then give my wife a good long night.
Thank you for sharing that. At least he's fucked off, so he's not going to see me loot this. Chitner shell. Whoa.
Pigs can fly.
Diamond, ruby, florins, crowns. Plenty of ore. Cool. Well, that'll do. Fortunately, it didn't level me up. That'll do for this here vineyard. Nothing else for me to find here. Bodies of the innocent caught up in the mess between Charlotte and Francois. Now then, I think it's there where the quest is at. Yes, it is. It's just at this here fork in the road. Let's take Roach down there. Be a little bit quicker.
Faster.
So I come across this a few episodes ago when I was running into all of those quests. Here it is. The quest is just up ahead of us here.
Not so fast, Roach.
That'll do.
I'm going to save with my hands. Watch your stones. Gods be bum-poked. You must hang on, milady.
Always chat with him before you chop him down.
Fee, fi, fo, fum, a bleating jester has come. I'll set my hound on you, you bum rag.
Whoa there. Just curious why you were talking to a tree. But all in all, not my concern.
Wait, hold now. My denter's up true, for scoundrels come and laugh at me. But you're... well, just what the demon are you?
A witcher. Name's Geralt. So, folk laugh at you because...
Hold up. A witcher, you say? Like in Luis Herrera's Tales and Fables. Luckier than a green bleeding leprechaun I am. See, not a soul around believes this tree is Daphne, the cursed lady of legend. But you could lift the curse.
Interesting.
Bit too old to believe in bedtime stories, aren't you?
Want your chops busted, witcher? How old I am, that is none of your poking concern.
Fair point. Not my business what you believe, either.
Ha! I'm content we see eye to eye.
So what makes you think there's a girl cursed inside the tree?
Well, I came out with my dog, Mohold, to cut her down. Axe in hand, a broad swing I took. The edge burrowed deep in her trunk, and bum-botch me if blood didn't spurt forth. My jaw dropped in the dirt. But right then I knew. Every jot of it in the tale of Daphne, Gareth, and the Witch of Lynx Crag.
Don't tell me. From Herrera's Tales and Fables.
You porking bet. Second edition. Amended in octavo. I know those tales by heart. My nan read them to put me to sleep.
Guess she read it cover to cover, colophon included.
So this is the second time already today we've heard of this witch from Lynx Crag. Obviously Francois went to her for an elixir to use on Charlotte, and now we found this fellow.
Got me curious, gotta admit. You really think the old tales are true?
Taking the weepy, are you? Do you think me balmy?
No, it's just these are dark, grim times. No room for knights pure of heart or happily ever afters. So I don't often run into folk like you.
Yes, true, the times are crud pie. But I see this as all the more reason to remember the tales. My gran would say, if you know not what to do, Think to the chessboard knight and noble Alondra, and the path they would choose. She schooled me so thorough in it, I could not do otherwise even if I wished to.
Let me take a look at the tree.
Careful now. Longer, Lady Devil.
A Knight's Tales. He doesn't... It's like he's telling the truth, look. That does look like blood.
Swear I hear sobs in the rustling leaves.
I can hear you.
Actually does bleed. Looks like human blood too. And the bark resembles hypertrophic scars in places. Medallions humming like crazy. Intense magic at work here. Blood seeped from the direction of the tree, judging by the shape of the stain. Logger was making good time. Strange, though. Willow's isolated. No other trees near it.
Didn't even notice that, yeah, he's right. All the barks are cut down and this one's the sore one in the middle. I think Jacob's right.
And? Did you look at the tree close?
Mm-hmm. Actually does bleed. Pretty incredible. Looks wondrous.
Did I not say so?
My help doesn't come free, you know.
You speak to a lowly woodcutter. No stench of coin about me.
I tell you what, I'm not going to go that high. I tell you what, there you go. I'll go even less than the middle, that's fair.
Lower, you must go lower. Willing I am to pay, but I've not near that much.
Fine.
Agreed. I will pay as soon as the young mate is free.
Willing to help, but first I gotta figure out where to start.
No need. I know it all. Miss Daphne and Sir Gareth shared a terrible and fearsome love for each other. Yet to prove himself worthy of her hint, Gareth was to face the Witch of Lynx Crag. Before Sir Gareth set off for the hill, Miss Daphne gave him her kerchief, a token of her favor.
Let me guess, he never returned.
He did not. She stood here, day upon day, night upon night, trying to spy him.
Till she sprouted roots and turned into a tree? Wonder why.
I will fecking tell you why. To await the moment when Gareth returns, kerchief in hand. That is the power of love. The power of longing. So you must scale Lynx Crag. Search there for a means to free Daphne. I will give you my book of tales to refer to. And good luck, Witcher.
Well, Lynx Crag is our destination. Now, where is that at? So we've heard a lot about this. I bet that's it. Look on that hill there. That's a place for a witch to live if I ever saw one. I think that is it, you know, as well. Where's... Okay, this is Lynx Crag. Interesting. I'm glad we came across this woodcutter Jacob and his wolf that was eyeing me up for dinner. Wouldn't have got very far with that, like, but... I think that is the place, you know, I do. Got a couple of bestiary entries there, didn't we? So let's have a look-see. First off, we will read Spriggans, because we've not read that yet. I was gathering berries as one does at this time of year, when suddenly the trees shook and I saw this thing fragment of a story told by a woman returning from the woods. Spriggans are a subspecies of the monsters known as Leshens. One is liable to come across them in inaccessible, unfrequented woodlands. They do not usually attack humans if unprovoked, but when irritated they can be quite fearsome and, as they possess considerable strength, they are capable of doing great damage. Their appetite is such that they can devour more flesh than an army at a wedding. Each Spriggan has mastery over plants and is inextricably tied to them, thus if someone destroys greenery in its domain, it immediately comes to punish the disturber. Here we go, Daphne's Wraith. During his stay in Tucson, Geralt became more involved with a curious case of genodendromorphy. That is to say, a woman who had been turned into a tree. When one cut into this tree's bark, it bled, and when the wind blew through its leaves, one could hear muffled sobs. Geralt investigated the matter and learned magic, or possibly a curse, was responsible for the transformation, and it surely had something to do with a certain sad episode from the woman's past. The love of Daphne's life, a knight-errant, had gone to the Witch of Lynx Crag and never returned, leaving her to wait for him forever, filled with sadness and longing. Okay, I think we got a book as well, didn't we, if I'm correct? Yes, we did. Tales and Fables. Sir Gareth and Miss Daphne loved each other so much it hurt. To win the approval of his future father-in-law, Gareth had to perform 7 challenges. The 7th was the hardest. Gareth had to go to Lynx Crag, find the witch who lives there and convince her to lift the drought that plagued the whole land. Everyone, including Daphne, pleaded with Gareth to humble himself before the witch. You see, the witch from Lynx Crag was spiteful and headstrong, even for a witch, and only an act of true humility could break her icy heart. Gareth, however, had no intention of bending his knee before a witch. Instead, he planned to force her to lift the curse. No one knows what happened on Lynx Crag, but Gareth never returned to his beloved. Daphne stood on top of the hill and looked for him day and night. Finally, she turned into a tree, so that she may live and see the return of her knight. Such was the strength of her longing and the power of her love. Anyone who plunged his axe blade into that tree would see blood run from the wound. Folk started to avoid that place, leaving Daphne in peace to wait for Gareth. In time, all had forgotten about her. Oh damn, that's Christ, a day of tragedy today, isn't it? Love stories all going awry. I've already heard and, well, found the results of Francois' tale. Now it's time to go and investigate Gareth and Daphne's. Now we've been around this, at least a little bit of this area before, so I do need to be a little bit careful. Smell left. I'll try and avoid them if possible. They look hostile to me. Yes, they do. I think that's... I'm not sure. What is that place? That's going to be some form of abandoned site. We'll go around the outside. We'll just follow our set marker and path. This is where we fought the ice troll, rock troll over there. It kept one of the men in the cage. And then we freed the herbalist or blacksmith from that direction. Something up there. That is wolves. Okay, we can leave them be. Oh. Hello. Hello, Mr. Panther. Excuse me, Mr. Panther. I'm gonna have to go up there, aren't I? Yep, I am.
Not attacking doesn't mean it's not a threat, though.
Good kitty. Good kitty. Good kitty. Good kitty. Good kitty. I thought I was going to attack me then. I don't know, this is giving me a Crookback Bog like vibes. Is it not giving you that sort of that feel? Maybe this is like the Tucson version of the bog. Found a cave here, it's underneath me. That's there, the entrance is just underneath this. Something in there too. This is the hut. Is the witch going to be friendly? Another panther.
A hut. The witches.
Cages. A lot of cages. Did I just say homemade vodka? I think it did, didn't it? Just gonna save it before we head inside.
Hut looks inhabited. No sign of the dweller, though. I guess I'll look around.
So much stuff to investigate here. Remarks on the proper administration of yarrow.
Notes on the use of yarrow stems. Interesting.
Yarrow is first and foremost used for medicinal purposes. As mentioned above, when the leaves of this herb are placed against flesh, they heal all kinds of trauma, wounds and sores. Brew it and the resulting tincture treats the common cold, colic and loss of appetite. Yet in addition to their healing properties, the branches of the yarrow plant can be used for fortune telling. This method of divination might seem strange upon first glance, but is in truth simple and effective. It truly allows one to focus on the query at hand and gain an answer both accurate and satisfying. So, seems like she was using it for good uses as well. Pot notes, scribbled notes, more. There's a mortar and pestle there, I think.
Warm. Smells inconclusive. No idea what ingredients are in there.
On the transmutation of bodies. The transmutation of bodies is one of the most difficult tasks any mage can undertake. Indeed, only the true masters of the art have ever accomplished it, and even they have only perfected one of its forms. This difficulty arises from psychophysical limitations, since a mage can only safely transform into an animal with which he is perfectly attuned. A famous example is that of Ulf Blackbeard, who dwelled for years in a cave with a bear in order to imbibe the life essence of that animal. What's this witch up to? Liber in Vonis.
Liber in Vonis. Conclave of mages banned this tome.
Ooh. Forbidden. I then came to a place known as the Pnath Valley in a world known as Shaggy. The mind of a man cannot comprehend this land where non-geometric space and blasphemous colours fly in the face of everything our eyes are accustomed to. In that instant, in the moment of my arrival, I teetered on the verge of madness. I shouted a noiseless cry and sweat, bloody sweat, when two suns rose above my head. I fell to my knees and prayed to Zothakwath, not for salvation, but for a quick death. And then they came. plenty of, ugh. Okay, strange thing keeping a drawer. I suppose not for a witch.
Bones ground into dust.
Ooh. What is she up to?
Wormwood, sulfur, wart. Scents fresh.
Bear hide. Last thing to examine in this room.
A wall of spell enhancements, or trophies. Arrow, broken in half. No doubt to bring bad luck to the archer. Branch off a grapevine. Could be to ensure a good harvest, or a bad one. Doll looks like an accessory for casting curses. Silk kerchief, monogrammed DF. Could use it to break the curse if it's Daphne's.
None but feral cats stray in here most oft, yet it seems I've guessed from afar at that. What do you seek in my home?
Already found it.
You do not aim to lift the curse from the tree, girl, do you?
What if I do?
Then you had best know you waste your time. The old tales? Did your Nan not tell them to you? Even I, the witch of Lynx Crag, would be hard-pressed to overcome the power of love and longing.
Right, so can lift the curse myself. Just lift the curse, please. Lift the curse or else. Now, that book we read, the Tales book, just before we arrived at the witch's hut, said to show humility, something which Sir Gareth didn't do, and from that you never saw him again. I'm going to ask what happened to him, but if we show humility and ask politely, so we say please, the second option, that's the only way to break the witch's icy tone, I think that was, wasn't it?
The Lady's Knight. You ever make it here?
Sir Gareth? Yes. He came to sway me, but had a quick change of heart. To be precise, it came after the first night we spent together. He stayed a fair while. Then his conscience got the better of him, and he resolved to return to his beloved.
Might have resolved to, but never made it.
A tragic fate befell him along the way.
You have anything to do with this turn of fate?
Of course. Was I to let another woman have a man who belonged to me? I could not abide it.
Okay, right. Let's lift the curse, please. I'm gonna go with that one.
What if I asked you nicely to lift the curse, please?
Gareth met the fate he deserved. And what happened to his wench was not my fault.
Alright, so you didn't cast the curse, but could you help lift it?
I probably could. But why ever would I?
I'll humble myself. I'll make you do it.
I'll humble myself, prostrate myself before you like the Geralt of the Tale did. I beseech you to help me. Lift the curse that imprisoned Daphne in the tree.
When I saw you enter my hut, I thought, now there is a fellow who shall bend his neck for no one. Stand. None, not even I can restore to the lass the years she has lost, can erase the suffering she has endured. We cannot bring her back to life, but I shall tell you how you might let her depart in peace. Yet my aid shall have its price. A lock of your hair.
How can I know you won't use it to cast a spell on me?
I require this. I must, for with it I will cast a spell to conceal me from you for all time, and will use it for nothing else. You will nag me never again, and you've nothing to fear, I assure you. I always keep my word.
Guess so.
I'll trust you against my better judgment. Lock of my hair's yours.
Splendid.
What do I need to do?
You must convince the maiden her beloved yearned to return, but perished in the attempt. Take her silk kerchief and a fragment of Garrett's remains. His bones lie bleaching in the cave beneath this rock. Fire must consume the kerchief and remains. And remember, your heart, your intentions must be pure. Clear?
Yeah. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome. And adieu. Once you walk out that door, never shall we meet again.
And that was that. Yeah, I don't know if giving her a lock of my hair was the brightest idea I've ever done, but if you go casting a curse on me, I think my beloved might have something to say about that. I think Yen might be able to find you wherever you think you may be able to hide. Oh, we've got another entrance here. So find the entrance to the cave under Lynx Crag. There's two entrances. There's a cave over there too. There's something over there. I'm gonna have to leave that for now, but this must be the other way around. Now that was an interesting turn of events, because Gareth refused to humble himself before the witch. We did, something that not even Amir got. And, okay, yeah, we're here, the cave. But I think that was the only way to convince her. Be rude, or otherwise it would have failed the attempt. Now, what the witch failed to mention is something that may be under here. Please don't be spiders. For fuck's sake. Oh, it's Kiki Mars, I think. I think that's Kiki Mars. I'd just rather it be Kiki Mars than spiders. I'm going to take a cat. Only till we kill them, if I can find it. We'll use Ekimara. Set up completely. So put this away first. Now we'll start this way. warrior left. Whoa! It's big hit got there. Lovely, lovely. I forgot to take Golden Oriole, unfortunately. But now that that's dealt with, there we go. It's actually it's quite bright in this place. Ah, that's why. Didn't actually need it in the end, did I? Could do with burning all these. Oh, no place like home, it's just updated. I guess whatever we ordered last as... Oh, my bed's come. Okay, now then, time to look around. Can I not? Oh, it's one. I was thinking I could investigate that one now. Where is it? Can't find any remains. We found the right cave? Oh, there. That's well hidden. Oh, there it is, there. I missed that completely. This is it.
A knight's plate armor and some bones. Gareth's remains. These them. Wonder why the armor came apart. Magic? Or he just fall from a height?
Yeah, he fell through that crack, didn't he?
Gotta get back to the tree. Lift the curse.
Okay, time to return to the tree, which is now Daphne. Feels weird saying that. Okay, wolves. Excuse me. Oh, I'm gonna have to fight these, aren't I? Yeah, no choice.
Lost your nerve?
Where you going? Oh, I detest fighting wolves. Forced my hand that time though. I tried to go around them. So that's their own fault for insisting that I die. Okay then. Oh yeah, we're back here. I'm going to have to come and have a little visit. I need to remember... I'm going to put a waypoint actually. There. Because that is where we saw caves a bit further north actually. Yeah, there. Let's see what that is. I'm going to keep that waypoint marker there because we're going to finish up this quest and then we're going to head back there. I might actually come through this place and head up towards my custom waypoint. So I'll hop on Roach and head back up the hill. It's not that too far thankfully, so I'm just avoiding this here camp to my left. I'll check that out first thing in the next episode. I am wondering what it would be though. I can't remember what it's called. I'm sure I only just sort of came across it when see, we are heading north to do all of those sort of treasure hunts that we ran across. We'll probably tick a few of them off in the next one hopefully. Nearly there. See if Jacob is still sat near the tree with his wolf.
So? You met the witch, you must have. What did you learn?
That witch? She's not near as bad as folks say. Made me bow and scrape, sure. But I know some sorceresses witchier than her.
Joyous, bleeding news, but what about Daphne?
I can lift the curse, free her, by performing a ritual, making a sacrifice of her kerchief and Gareth's remains. But we gotta start at the right time. When the hour comes, I'll light 4 fires for the 4 winds, then begin the ritual.
Fires? Then I shall be of use to you after all. Seems you need wood, much of it.
Chop as much as you can. I'll see to the rest.
I've chopped and stacked the wood. What now?
My turn. Gotta light fires and talk to the woman enchanted in the tree. No idea how this'll turn out, so just in case, stand at a distance. And if you see me draw my sword, run.
A fair warning. Okay. Save. So Igni at the ready. Light the southern fire.
Look your last to the world's 4 winds. From the south, not a word. From the east, no cry is heard. From the north, silent sighs. From the west, peer hollow eyes. Cease your vigil, dead he lies. Hear me, you who hide beneath this bark. The day of your freedom has come. Behold a kerchief, proof of your love for another. Behold, a bone of he to whom you offered your love.
Gareth, my Gareth, he shall never return.
No, he won't.
Is his love for me gone? Did he stay true?
Oh god. That's
Gareth remained faithful to the end of his days.
The time comes that I depart. I've waited too long. I've suffered too much. And now I wish to go.
Farewell, milady.
I thank you, stranger. And you, my knight. I thank you for speaking to me. For standing vigil at my feet.
I did not think it would end this way. I hoped we could revive her. But I guess it was not to be.
we did what we could. Yeah, no happily ever afters in life. I know we had one. I've had one already, this story with Guillaume. But we did what we could.
We did all we could.
You did well. Here, your pay. And the book is yours as well.
Thanks. Take care of yourself.
So long, Witcher. I must think, put this straight in my head.
There we go. No one will be laughing at you anymore, Jacob. Because you helped solve the mystery of this tree. And in a way helped with the Witch of Lynx Crag. The overall tale for today was again tragedy. An outcome which unfortunately this time could not be avoided.
Was asleep.